All right, welcome in everybody. Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the iRacing Fast Series. Tonight, the finale for the Freeride. These guys are racing to pick up an opportunity to ride in a real sprint car. Kaylee Emerson going to be providing that for the Renegades Upper Midwest Sprint Car Series. They're going to run their regular show here tonight. Got about 15, 16 cars. These guys into qualifying. We're going to skip our national anthem tonight. Everything kind of got started a little weird for me this evening. I'm getting a bunch of messages in here. I don't. That's why I won't go there. Anyway, going to be a good race. These guys are going to get done with this one. Then they are going to take the top two out of here, put them in with the rest of the guys that have already qualified, and they are going to run a 20-lap feature to determine who is going to get that ride in that sprint car. All right, so qualifying about to wrap up right now. We are looking at John Batista, quick qualifier. Michael Sheridan, Braden Nyler, Devin Cardwell, and Jason Randolph. Top 5 fast guys. That was not what I wanted to turn. Dang it, it's pausing me. Well, we're having all kinds of fun tonight. This is what happens when I get a little discombobulated getting started here. Going to settle in and have a good show. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. All right, heat number 1 good out on the front stretch for us. Actually, they are good out in the end of pit road right there. On the pole, the Ultimate Dirt TV, Black Diamond Motorsports, number 54 out of Ellerton, Florida. John Batista. To his outside, the Kinzer Sim Racing, Border Tire, Wiki Cushion, Dirt Racing Network. Number 5 out of Franklin, Pennsylvania, the High Side Hustler, Braden Nyler. Row 2 on the inside, the Casey's General Stores, number 4 out of Des Moines, Iowa, it's Jason Randolph. And on his outside, the Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body, HHR, number 92 out of Hopstad, Indiana, Peyton Grease. 56 of Randy Shreve starting inside of row number 3 with Nick McGeethy on the outside of him. On the inside of row 4, the Scott King's Design Team SKD. Out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, it's going to be Scott King. And on his outside, Colt Kirkman in the 10 car. And on the back row, on the inside, the SKD Stewart Family Farms Double Deuce Racing. Out of Cottage Grove, Minnesota, the 2 car of Chris Vogel. With Shane Hawkinson in the 45 on his outside. So 10 cars. Top 4 are going to make it straight through to the main, taking 24 this evening to the feature. And then the top couple out of there are going to make it into the finale race, which will be a 25-lap feature. They're going to manually line up the cars, let those guys get in there. And we will just keep the feed rolling for you. We'll play a little bit of music, maybe talk to a couple drivers so we can get some in here in the channel. But they're going to go green out of turn 4 this time. Batista, Eiler on the front row.
Green flag.
Green flag in the air. Heat race number 1 underway. John Batista went straight to the bottom, took the long way around there to get above that slick line. He's going to try to hang that thing right in there. 3 and 4 looks like there is no groove built yet. 1 and 2 looks like that slick groove is all the way around the bottom. These guys trying to run that slider line through there. Move the cars up. Braden Eiler in second. Peyton Grease On the outside of Jason Randolph, a little bit of a slide up. Those two, mild contact. Grease is going to get way out of shape. He's going to grab the car back up, but he's going to go from 4th to 10th in the exchange. Randolph settles into 3rd. McGeethy into 4th. McGeethy tried something on the high side there and found the outside wall. Randy Shreves is sitting right in behind that. Still Batista out front, but Eiler has the right front tire down to the left rear of Batista, trying to work the bottom side. Batista used the momentum line. He's going to hang it on right in first place right there over Braden Eiler. Jason Randolph still running in 3rd. Batista, Eiler, Randolph, McGeethy 1 through 4, but Randy Shreves, the 56 car, he was right there. That slider line gets him close. It's just right in the middle. He loses too much momentum. He is not going to be able to get up in there if he doesn't change his line just a little bit. Might be quicker than McGeethy, but you got to run a different line to get around him. Batista, about 2 cars coming to the 2 to go mark. 10 lap heat races for these guys. John Batista working that slider line, gets a big gap, but then Eiler closes it right up. He is diamonding early into the corner. Then cutting across the slick line. You can see in 3 and 4 the slick line starting to develop about a lane up off the bottom. About the same place it is in 1 and 2. Just took longer for it to come in. White flag lap, 3 and 4 for the final time. Batista, slider line. He's going to pick up the win. Eiler's 2nd. Randolph is 3rd. McGeethy coming home 4th. Everybody else going to be headed into that fateful B main. Try to grab one of the last few spots. Only going to have 2 heat races, so a lot of spots going to be up for grabs in the B, and everybody may just transfer straight to the A here. That was 10 and 9, 19, so they're going to have everybody moving through. We will get ready for that second heat. On the pole, the Vaps Auto Supply wicked cushion. And number 15, Brent Marks Racing Sim Team out of Farmington, Minnesota, Michael Sheridan. On his outside, going to be the 44 car of Devin Cardwell. Row 2 on the inside, William Yeager, Valvoline number 48 car, and on his outside, the 63 car of Jake Fromke. Black Diamond Motorsports driver in the 90 car, Trevor Royer, inside row 3, and on his outside, Carter Chevalier in the 15. And on the 4th row, the 35 car, I believe that's the Mountain Dew car of Eric Zolke, and to his outside, going to be the 46 of Ken Hawkinson. And that is going to do it for us. Blake Anderson, 12 car, starting in the 9th and final starting spot. So 10 more laps. I believe everybody's going to go ahead and transfer here. I do not think that they put 24 cars in tonight. And we will probably advance right on through to the warm-up session and get ready to go to the feature. Going to be a quick one this evening, it looks like. Series finale for these guys. Whoever wins the 25-lap feature that's going to come up after this feature, where they move the top few cars into that. It's kind of a hand-picked. If they want a feature, they're in. Some guys got a shot to do a specialty race to get in, and they're going to take about 20 cars and put those guys in there. Whoever wins that's going to get the opportunity to drive that sprint car. Green flag is in the air. Heat race number 2 underway. Michael Sheridan straight to the front. Davin Cardwell off the high side, trying to catch up to him. Down through turns 3 and 4 for the first time. Jake Fromke with the slide job. Mild contact between he and Cardwell. That's going to put Cardwell in the blender. 3 wide when they went into turn 1 with Royer and Yeager. Big slice and dice right there. Cardwell went from the outside to the inside right through traffic. He's going to be sitting in the 4th spot right here behind Trevor Royer and Jake Fromke. Michael Sheridan still out in front. Good battle behind that. Cardwell got the car way out of shape in 1 and 2, and that let Yeager to the outside. The 48 machine making a bid for the final transfer spot. Now Yeager down the inside. Cardwell holds him down a little right there. Yeager went through the slick, had to lift. That's going to give Zolke a chance to get around him. The 35 car now up to the 5th spot. Still Sheridan, Fromke, Royer, 1, 2, 3, but Cardwell now starting to close the gap. Good slider line through 1 and 2, but he lost a lot of speed. Sliding across the slick, had to get out of the throttle not to turn the car hard left. Halfway home, heat 2, Michael Sheridan, half a second, almost 6/10 now over Fromke. Fromke now starting to feel the heat. There goes Royer. Slider into the corner. Could not make it stick. Did close the gap quite a bit. Now stays the bottom a long ways, but Fromke used the momentum line. Now Fromke using the slider line in 3 and 4, trying to keep the door closed. 3 to go right there. Sheridan, 0.6 of a second in front of Fromke. Royer, Cardwell behind. Zolke got around Yeager, and he set sail. Yeager has fallen a good bit back. That slider line closed the gap, but he's going to lose 4 or 5 more car lengths coming out of the exit. Chevalier, Anderson, and Hawkinson rounding out the field right now with 2 to go. Still Michael Sheridan, now 3/4 of a second out in front. He's going to get the white flag. 1 to go for him. Fromke, Royer, and Cardwell. It looks like Michael Sheridan going to cruise to an easy heat win. He'll pick up the checks here. Fromke, Royer, Cardwell. Then Zolke, Yeager, Chevalier, Anderson, and Hawkinson. Do you pay me the...
That dude, I was not trying to take you out there.
Oh, I did not mute that apparently. I'm going to mute that really quick because I expected that to already be muted. There we go. All right, so these guys going to the warm-up. We're going to give them just a minute. We're going to let you check this out.
flag, green flag.
All right, we are underway, and I did not realize I had muted my mic right there. But it is time. They are on lap number 2. Sheridan was off the front row with Batista. They run 1-2 right now, but Braden Eiler's working the bottom side, and he got the nose in front at the line on John Batista. Now brings the car up to the high side. Sheridan, Eiler, Batista, Fromke, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're all right in the shot right there. 2 to the bottom, 2 to the top. Eiler making up ground on the bottom in 3 and 4. Now goes back to the bottom again with Sheridan going to the high side. This time the diamond cut from John Batista. He went outside quick, cut it to the bottom, wasn't able to do much with it. He's doing it again in 1 and 2.
All right, man, caution is out.
Caution out behind these guys. Chris Vogel's car already headed into the work area. We'll go see. It looks like Zolke might be part of this. I see the front end of that car damaged. We'll see what happens with the 35 car right here. Oh, big slider. Randy Shreves came across and fed a right rear to the 35. That gets Yeager and Zolke involved in that. Zolke's car missing a few parts. Blake Anderson is back here. That car looks undamaged. Go find the 48 car of William Yeager. See, yeah, he's missing the front end and the wing. Looks like the bumper bar on the front is bent. Carter Chevalier missing the front wing as well. He's headed to the work area. All right, top 10 as they run. Sheridan, Eiler, Batista, Fromke, Randolph, Cardwell, Royer, Shreves, McGeethy, and Kirkman. Looks like the lights are going out on the pace truck. They're going to get single file. We're going to get ready to go green here. All right, Michael Sheridan. On the gas, and the green flag flies one more time. Eiler able to hang on to second. Looks like he's going to keep it coming out of turn 2. Batista went about a lane and a half lower and wasn't able to make up any ground. Fromke still in fourth. Jason Randolph and Davin Cardwell throwing sliders back and forth already. They're battling over 5th and 6th. Trevor Royer runs in 7th. Randy Shreves, Nick McGeethy, and Cole Kirkman rounding out the top 10 after the first lap of the restart. But back to the front. Eiler went to the bottom. Does he have enough horsepower? Not that time. Could not make it work. Slider line 1 and 2. Sheridan had to check up a little now. He'll have the bottom in the big run down the backstretch. He takes the car right through the slick. He'll come out of turn 4 there. He'll drag race to the line, but Eiler had it. Good battle at the front. These guys trading them back and forth. Eiler now with the lead. Sheridan second. Batista's falling into third, but here comes Davin Cardwell, the 44 car. Big slide job across his nose. Fromke nicks the fence. Down there in 3 and 4. Batista crossed right back over on Cardwell on the exit, and he's got the spot back. Cardwell not ready to give up just yet. Going to keep trying to throw that slider down in there. That time Batista moved down a lane. Made him have to give it back up. Batista going to hang on to the spot. Braden Eiler, 0.4 of a second out in front of Michael Sheridan. John Batista, another 0.4 back. Davin Cardwell, less than 4 car lengths behind that. That's your top 4. Third place being contested right here on the screen. Batista had it. Cardwell tried to slide by, and the caution came out, and I think that was going to help John Batista right there. Let's see if Mr. King was part of this. I do not know. I know his car was moving slowly when I put my eye on it real quickly right there. I think this happened in front of him. I don't think, oh, actually, no, it was him. He caught the outside fence, and somehow it picked that up, even though he did warp out a little bit. All right, it's Eiler, Sheridan, Batista, Cardwell, Fromke, Randolph, Royer, McGeethy, Shreves, and Grease. The top 10 right now. Second caution. Hate it when those messages come through like that. All right, lights off on the pace truck. We're going to go green again out of turn 4. So we got about 16 laps left in this one. Eiler on the gas, green flag back in the air. Big scramble at about 4th. Fromke got down to the inside. Randolph had a good run to the outside of Cardwell. Those guys going to slice and dice through 1 and 2. Cardwell, big run off the bottom of turn 2, and he runs right up beside John Batista. Those two right back to the hammers and tongs, going at each other. Sheridan hanging in second. Now Batista gets a pretty good gap, a little bit of comfort over Cardwell. Cardwell way to the top of that cushion. Not your friend. That car bouncing all over the place. 44 machine running it right on top of the cushion. Fromke took a look inside, couldn't do anything, got loose out of 2. That's going to let Jason Randolph get around him. Here comes a run for second. John Batista's got the high side on Sheridan. Caution once again. Maybe Carter Chevalier. Have a look. He looks good through 1 and 2. Goes down to 3 and 4. Oh, right across in that right front. Got into the left rear of Eric Zolke's car, and that's going to put him in the fence and a quick trip to the infield care center. Still going to be about 13 laps to go here. A couple of cars back over here that looked like they were having an issue. Everybody kind of looking like they're getting away now. There we go. Blake Anderson's car. Heavily damaged on the front end. I'm not sure how much Blake is going to be able to participate, and it looks like he's going to take it straight to the infield. So it's still Eiler, Sheridan, Batista, Cardwell the top four, Jason Randolph in fifth, Fromke back to sixth, McGathy up to seventh, Trevor Royer is eighth, Randy Shreves ninth, and still Peyton Grease running in the 10th spot. That would appear so, Mr. May. It's getting rough up there, I know that much. All right, we're going to be going green out of turn 4. 12 laps to go. Mini-season finale, but not the grand finale. They will get the cars all in their correct order for that, get the server set up, and then they will set those guys up, and we're going to have a 20-lap feature for the grand finale. Whoever wins that feature going to pick up the ride, the Renegades Upper Midwest Sprint Cars Series. The green flag back in the air. 12 laps to go. Eiler, Sheridan, Batista, Cardwell right there. Now Fromke making a quick move to the inside. Wasn't able to make that stick. That's going to let Jason Randolph have a big run down the backstretch. Fromke and Randolph side by side when they went in. Fromke did the same thing Chevalier did, and that's going to be a big one right there. That's going to get half a dozen cars in it. Everybody out of the way, so no caution. And that's going to let Braden Eiler keep the lead and keep the momentum up. 10 laps to go that time. You see cars coming in and out of pit road back there. Some of them had to dodge the wreck, some of them in it and having to drive out. Eiler, Batista, Cardwell, Sheridan, those two now battling for the final podium spot. Sheridan with a good slide job across the nose. Did he get Cardwell to check up enough? Not quite. Big run down into 3 for Cardwell. Cardwell used the slider line. Now Sheridan's using the bottom to get back in 1. Round deep through the corner. Slow car down on the apron. He stays out of the way. Best battle on the track right now. For the third position, Davin Cardwell, the 44 car, now has complete command of third over Michael Sheridan. Looks like the 15 car might be going away a little bit here. Just not finding that speed through the middle of the corner. So it's Eiler out in front, 0.6 of a second ahead of Batista. Batista 0.75 of a second ahead of Cardwell. Not much further back, about 0.3 to Michael Sheridan, maybe a less than that now. 5 laps to go. Braden Eiler working off the cushion. Now Diamond's the center of the corner, goes in high, comes out low. Coming up on lap traffic. Cole Kirkman right there. That car, a lot of parts missing off that one, but he's out there turning laps. Eiler goes around here. Now Cardwell got around Batista. What happened to John Batista? Looks like the 54 car may be involved in something. He's coming out of turn 2. Car looks fine, goes down to 3. Oh, right front found the outside wall. Then Sheridan found him. That backs Sheridan into the fence. Sheridan collects Shreves. Shreves up against the outside wall. Didn't get hit by anybody, but John Batista's car very heavily damaged. That thing crab walking. So he's going to go into the infield. That's going to shake things up at the front quite a bit. with just a handful of laps to go here. I'm waiting to see if they're going to move the 10 car around and wave him past, or if they're going to hold him up and move him to the back here. We should be racing to about lap 42 here. My calculations are correct. We've had 4 cautions, 3 laps per caution. Add that to the 30 for the feature. We may get 3 laps instead of just 2, but they are going to be looking to go green right here. Should be at least 3 laps left in this one. Green flag back in the air. Nick McGathy moved right to the inside of Jason Randolph on the start right there, and I don't know if he's going to have it coming out of 2, if Randolph's going to have the momentum. Randolph used the high line to get around. Here comes Shreves. Here comes Fromke. McGathy finds the fence on the outside. He and Zolke with a little contact. Everybody going to survive. Battle for the lead. Eiler got the high side. Oh, Cardwell hooks him up right there. Slows him down. Jason Randolph from 3rd to 1st. Should be the white flag right here. My calculations are correct, and race control has not confirmed that, but Jason Randolph in front of Cardwell. Here comes Eiler. Eiler stays on the high side. Randolph used the slider line to try to hang on to the lead. Coming out of turn 4, this time by Jason Randolph. Then Cardwell, then Eiler. That was your checkers. So it will be Jason Randolph, Davin Cardwell, and Braden Eiler, the top 3. We'll see if we can get those guys to come into the chat and talk to us. Got these guys parking them over on the front stretch. As soon as they all get them parked up, I will get a still. We'll see if we can go down and chat with the boys. That ought to just about be good enough right there for us. Jason Randolph already here. Waiting on Mr. Cardwell and Mr. Eiler. I know Mr. Eiler knows his way to the channel, so we will give him just a moment to get here. And I know the boys are already working on the points so we can get to that next 20-lap feature, the grand finale, figure out who is going to get into the free ride. Oh, that's a terrible shot right there. No, I'm just looking for a little different camera here, guys. I do not like the shot that I have right there, but I think we're going to have to go with it. Looks like we need a new camera for this track to get these interviews in. Well, maybe Mr. Eiler's not coming in to talk to us tonight, nor is Mr. Cardwell, but we will grab Mr. Randolph here. Get his level up where we can hear him good. Jason Randolph, you got a copy?
Yep, I got a copy.
Well, man, you sneaked by there the last couple of laps after Cardwell and Eiler kind of come together, man. You snatched the win. Talk to us about what you saw in front of you and coming home on the top of the podium tonight.
Yeah, just I snuck through one rack there with Batista and Sheridan, kind of right in the middle. Got lucky there, and then top two just kind of got loose there and gave me the top spot, so locked into it today.
Well, I'd rather be lucky than good any day and twice on Sunday every time. So a win's a win no matter how you get them. You looking forward to getting into the grand finale here in just a little bit?
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome to have a little repeat there.
Yeah, going back to the same place. I mean, you got a chance. You ran there in the top 5 or 6 the whole time, and a little bit of bad luck for JB and a little bit of bad luck in front of you, and you pick up the win. Same thing could happen again, no?
Oh yeah, never know. Lightning strikes twice in time, so we'll hope for that.
All right, man. Well, tell us who helps you get it done, who's on the car with you, and we'll let you go celebrate a good victory as you guys prepare for the grand finale here in a few minutes.
All right, I got the Larry's window service there on the Travis car, and then Casey's General Stores, and then we get paint done by Tuna Cam. Always does pretty well. I'd like to say thanks to Mason and Carter for on the race and Dirt Racing Network for broadcasting.
All right, man. We heard the excited fans in the background, man. We'll go get ready for the big race. Congratulations, and hopefully we get to talk to you on the top step again here in just a little bit.
All right, thank you. See you in a few.
Your winner, Mr. Jason Randolph. Let's grab second place at Davin Cardwell and get him up here. Davin, you there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, all right, man. A little extra contact there between you and Mr. Eiler on the exit of turn 2, and you guys allowed Jason Randolph to sneak by there. Talk to us about that last restart and what happened with you and Braden there.
Oh yeah, I knew I was. I was right there with Braden on the start, and then I made a little contact in turn 1. Didn't mean to. Just kind of a hard racing deal. I was just trying to, get some grip, but kind of got a little too high and got into his left rear. But it was just accident. But it was a good race.
Yeah, it looked like the track started off, pretty tacky at the bottom, especially there in 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 looked like that groove was kind of gone. And then the whole thing kind of changed. What kind of adjustments did you have to make as the race went on there?
Oh yeah, just mostly the wing position. That's probably the biggest thing when you're in the middle of a race. But I just started deep after the heat race, and I just rode the bottom there for the beginning, then fell at the top.
All right, man. Well, a good run. You going to be locked in for the grand finale here?
Pretty sure I'm not, but we'll see.
Well, we'll see how it shakes out, and if you're not, that's kind of a little bit of sour milk there, but you still come home second tonight, man. Who's on the car? Who's helping you get it done out there? And we'll let you celebrate a good second place.
Oh yeah, I just gotta thank Element Produce, everyone up there. Ben Element, he does a lot for my cars and iRacing, and I thank you for broadcasting and everyone put this league on.
All right, man. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you in the next one, buddy. If we don't see you in the grand finale here, hopefully we'll see you another night.
Yes, sir.
Your second place finisher, Davin Cardwell. We will not get to interview Braden Eiler, and Braden is having communication issues. And I could make a whole lot of fun of him right there, but I won't because I know what his struggles are, and I'm not going to do that. But Braden Eiler came home in third tonight. I am pretty sure he is locked into the grand finale. He won the very first race in this series. As we get ready for these guys to set up the final for the grand finale here. They are working the points and getting the cars. They know who they're going to bring in and who the final cars will be here just shortly. I am going to try to see if I can get one of these guys to chat with me and tell me what the process is right here. Hey, Nick. You there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So help us out a little bit. Help myself, help the fans out just a little bit right here. The process you guys are going through to bring in the cars for the grand finale here shortly.
So the process was we had a 4-race series. Out of the 4-race series, the top 10 from each of them 4 races goes on to the main championship race, which is going to be for the 305 sprint car.
Okay, and that's points, and then you guys had 2 special qualifying races. Is that right?
That's right. We did 2 qualifying races, and the winner of each qualifying race is going to be at the back of the championship race if they didn't qualify in the top 10 for that points.
Okay, so if they're not already qualified, they got in on the free rolls, basically.
Yep, in 11th and 12th position.
Okay, so 12 cars for the grand finale, 20 laps.
Yes, sir.
All right, how long do we estimate before that gets started here? Just trying to keep the fans entertained here, man. Give them a little bit of information. I'm going to give them some music to listen to here in just a few minutes, and
We're gonna hope to get the session going about 5 minutes here, Roger.
very, very good. So we will let you get back to it. We will get ready to take a short pause for the cause. And these guys will get a new server up. We will come back to the broadcast, and we will pick up the grand finale right here from Knoxville, iRacing Fast Series. Renegades Upper Midwest Sprint Car Series. This is a free ride. Kaylee Emerson putting up a 305 sprint car for whoever wins this next race. They're going to have the opportunity to go and drive that car in real life. So we will cover that here for you just shortly. But in the meantime, I'm going to let you guys listen to a little bit of music, and we will get ready for that grand finale here shortly.
about 12 p.m. Too much Jack and too much Jim. My head's still pounding like a big bass drum. I'm reaching over for an accent, but they're already gone. Another crazy night in this cowboy's life. 'Cause I do what I wanna, do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, singing every night in a local bar. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It's a day in the life of a hillbilly rock star. people wanna live like me, it's 'cause I do what I wanna, do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, sing it every night in a local bar. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It's a day in the life of a hillbilly rock star. Got a country swagger, keep the music turned up and got booze like Haggard. You can find us hanging out every night. It's a little bucked up, but we're all alright. Don't hurt to drink. Hey, let me hear you sing that I do what I want, do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, 'cause thanks to them, I'm a big old star. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It's a day in the life of a hillbilly rock star. Hillbilly rock star. You don't love me like you used to, if you still love me at all. I ain't a fool and I can read that writing on the wall. Well, it's clear to see you want so bad to leave me here alone. No time to cry, so I guess that I'll just have to move along. You don't wanna break my heart, yet you still wanna go. How I dread to hear the sound, the closing of the door. And I know your love is dying and you wanna be set free. So get it done, it's time to run, baby, here's your chance to leave. I've done everything a man could do to keep you satisfied. The only thing I've got to show is gonna be a good goodbye. And but I'm so sick and tired of your good for nothing games. So when you're all alone, at least you won't have me to blame. You don't wanna break my heart and you still wanna go. How I dread to hear the sound, the closing of the door. And I know your love is dying and you wanna be set free. So get it done, it's time to run, so here's your chance to leave. Don't ever bother coming back my way. I'm tired of all those silly games you play. And you won't find me hanging around here all along. And 'cause the second that you leave, I'm gonna be long gone. Hey! That's right. Don't come back. Whoa, you don't wanna break my heart and you still wanna go. And how I
Server's going up
dread to
right
hear
now,
the
Roger.
sound, the closing of the door. And I know your love is dying and you wanna be set free. So get it done, it's time to run, baby, here's your chance to leave. And I know your love is dying and you wanna be set free. So get it done, it's time to run, baby, here's your chance to leave. Here's your chance to leave.
All right, I'm sure you heard race control come through right there. Tell me that The server was getting ready to launch, so we are preparing for that. Just waiting for that to come up so that we can join in. Shouldn't be but just a minute or two. They're going to put 12 cars out for 20 laps. Grand finale. Coming up here just shortly. I want to say thank you very much to my good friend Reed Foley for the music he allows me to use in our streams, and not quite 100% at my discretion, but he's allowed me to do some things with that stuff. He's a very talented artist. He does our national anthem for us. We appreciate that greatly. As soon as this server shows up, I am going to jump in there. I hate long pauses with nothing to do. They drive me a little bit crazy. I appreciate everybody hanging in and staying with us, guys. We are going to get to this, and as soon as we're done with this, we're going to head over Williams Grove Speedway to the Flat Out Sim Series. I know those guys are getting ready to start their practice. They've got probably about 30 minutes in that practice session. And the instant that we are done here, I am going to fly out and head over there. As soon as that server shows up in my list, I will join it. There may be a little screen flash there when I open up the overlays for the second time, but please bear with us. We are trying to keep this whole thing going live, one stream all the way through for this. I very, very much appreciate you guys spending your Friday evening with me. I can see you guys in the chat. Thank you, Josh. We appreciate that. My buddy Reed Foley. You can find him Spotify, iTunes, all over the place. Reed Foley. He's a very talented guy. In fact, I think if you find him on Facebook, they were doing a live show to raise money for a food bank somewhere. And I don't know if that might be tonight or tomorrow night. I can't remember for sure what he said. I should have wrote it down is what I should have done. Oh. Monday night, we'll be back on the air again, covering a little bit of racing with Dirt Slingers. They are on an off week, but they are going to host a couple of races, get prepared for their 360 series. Wednesday night, NCRA Modifieds back on the air. Those guys I know are going to be at Knoxville. Going to be myself and Scott Stiles in the booth on Wednesday night. Mike Peterson called with him last Monday night when they were at Lanier. It was a good race. All the Midwest NCRA drivers involved in that. Thursday night is still kind of an up-in-the-air thing since Dirt Slingers is on a hiatus for a week while they prepare new schedules and get everything ready to go. And then I know for sure next Friday we're back with the Flat Out series at Williams Grove. Those guys are going to keep that going until everybody can go back to racing. Hopefully some of these states start to open up. I know down here in Oklahoma we're starting to open things up slowly, and it's going to be kind of a painful process for everybody across the nation. But guys, we survived this long. Please bear with everybody. Give everybody a chance. Let them have this back real slowly. Don't get crazy and go out there and start doing a bunch of stuff and put us back in quarantine. Because I promise you, if they have to re-quarantine us, it is going to be twice as bad. Okay, it looks like that server has come up. I am going to go jump in. Fingers are crossed that the list shows up. It did. iRacing. Fast. All right, there we go. We are headed in here, guys. It is just going to be a few more seconds before we can we can get back to showing you at least some cars going around the track. Sorry for the long delay, but these guys were setting up this special server for the grand finale. They got 12 cars. They're going to go 20 laps. Whoever wins this race is going to get the ride. Kaylee Emerson's 305 machine with the Renegade sanctioned Upper Midwest Sprint Car Series. All right, getting this all set up. Once we get fully logged in, I'll get the overlays going. We are just waiting for that to pop in right there. That should do that. All right, get everything going here. All right, got cars out on the track right now. Looks like they are trying to wear the surface in a little bit here. I will get you a good shot, guys. Give me just a second. A couple more things to set up. Make sure that we are ready to go. A little sound, little scene, and we are good to go here. They will be advancing the session. They are not going to give these guys 30 minutes. I think as soon as the 12 cars get in, they are going to get ready to kick this thing off. They've already set it up to a predetermined amount of wear on the track. So guys out there just kind of tearing it up. Got 10 or 12 already logged in. Whoever wins this race is going to be the champion and is going to get the opportunity to go and ride in that sprint car. We were hoping to have Mr. Emerson on, but some technical difficulties have kept him from getting here. Just waiting on the admins to go ahead and advance this thing. I think there is no qualifying for this. I don't believe they are just going to run it, put the guys out there, and get them going. Got 11 cars in the server. So I think they're just waiting on maybe one more, and they're going to kick it. There's 12 cars in the server. I'm sure once they are all 100% certain that they are secured and in, these guys are going to get it kicked off here. They're going to line them up and get them ready to go feature racing. It is 20 laps. 12 cars. Winner gets the free ride. Thank you all for staying with us. Sorry about the long intermission, but if you've ever been to the real racetrack, you know there are times when things just don't go perfectly, and it takes a little while to get from point A to point B through the night. We sure do like realism, but we sure know it's difficult to sit and do nothing, so. Get down here. We're going to watch some of these guys get around the track here. Right on Nick McGathy's car. Zane Scott in the room. Nick McGathy, Jason Randolph, Cole Kirkman, Eric Zolke, Michael Sheridan, Peyton Grease, Braden Eiler, Trevor Royer, Carter Chevalier, Scott King, Jake Fromke, and William Yeager. The 12 cars in here going to do battle for the free ride. Just waiting for them to advance here so we can get going. '37 car of Zane Scott, who we're watching right now. Zane quick on the board right now, 17.008. Trevor Royer, 17.027. William Yeager, 048. Those three cars, the only cars under the 17.1 time bracket. As soon as we finish up with this one, we are going to head straight over to the Flat Out Sim Series. So if you're tuning in for the guys from Williams Grove tonight, hang with us. Grand finale, iRacing Fast Series. These boys, 12 of them out here for 20 laps. They are going to race to get a free ride in a 305. The Renegades sponsored Upper Midwest Sprint Car Series. And I don't know if this is exactly how they're going to start it out, but we're going to tell you who is in the race. If this is their starting grid, it looks like it is, because they are going straight to race here. So it's going to be the Border Tire Wicked Cushion Dirt Racing Network. And number 5, Kinzer Sim Racing Team's own Braden Eiler out of Franklin, Pennsylvania. And on his outside, the Valvoline number 48 of William Yeager. Row 2 on the inside, the BAPS Auto Supply. Wicked Cushion, Brent Mark Sim Racing Team, number 15. He's from Farmington, Minnesota. It's Michael Sheridan. On his outside, the Casey General Stores, number 4 out of Des Moines, Iowa, Jason Randolph. Picked up the win in the series finale feature here just a little bit ago. Row 3 on the inside, the Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body Shop. Team HHR out of Hopstock, Indiana, the 92 of Peyton Greason. On his outside, Herget Real Estate. Elbows up, Sim Sports. He comes from Castillo, Ohio. He drives the 37 car. It's Zane Scott. 90 car, Black Diamond Motorsports driver Trevor Royer. Inside row 4 with Eric Zolke. The Mountain Dew number 35 on his outside. Row 5 on the inside. Cole Kirkman, the 10 car. Carter Chevalier in the 15. On the 6th row, going to be Nick McGathy on the inside with Jake Fromke to his outside. And on the back row, the Scott King Design. Team SKD out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's going to be Scott King. All right. These guys getting ready to go green. I know it is 20 laps, 12 cars. That track looks a little bit. Looks like they almost carried it over from the last session. Groove was just a little bit wider. That slick line was just a little bit wider in the last session, so they kept it fairly close. Winner of this one. We will try to get a quick interview with them while we are moving from server to server. See who picks it up.
Green.
All right. I believe they are going to rearrange a few cars here. Hopefully they get this done very quickly, like a one a lap here, and we can get to it. So for right now, it looks like a Sheridan and Eiler are going to go to the front row. And Kirkman and Grease are going to be in row 2. Chevalier and Royer maybe in row 3. Yeager and Randolph in row 4. Zolke and Scott in row 5. The green flag is out. Michael Sheridan gonna lead us to the green. He's gonna go around turns 1 and 2 with the lead. Here comes Braden Eiler. Big run off the top side. The high side hustler already finding speed up on the top shelf, and he goes right to the lead in 3 and 4. Trevor Royer slid through the middle, and he grabs third away from Grease. Only temporarily. The battle's at the front right now. Down through 1 and 2, Peyton Grease. And Jason Randolph. Heavy contact right there. Go back and watch these two guys. The red and white car and the black and yellow car. And Randolph put it in there. Oh, he put it in there hard. The car backed around on him and slid up backwards. That is what did Mr. Randolph. Some damage on the car, but it looks like he's going to be able to continue. So first caution, we're going to move the white flag to lap number 23. Oh, Brady, I don't think it's 100%, but I would bet it's at least 50, maybe 60. All right, so it looks like Jake Fromke, looking like he's done. Scott King, Nick McGathy, all out. So now down to 10 with Jason Randolph coming off of pit road. Looks like whatever they need to do, they got it done with that car. Eiler, Sheridan, Royer, the top 3 right now. Just waiting to get the one to go here. Pace truck far out in front of these guys. They're going to get ready to go green out of turn number 4 this time by. So we are racing to lap 23. Pace truck hard left, headed into the infield. Braden Eiler on the throttle, green flag back in the air.
Green.
Eiler squirts out to about 6 car lengths over Sheridan. Royer runs in third. He's running right on the very edge of the top shelf right there. Back to rail, Kirkman. Cole Kirkman back to the car around, got it up on its lid. Let's see what happened to Mr. Kirkman as he headed down the backstretch and into turn 3. Down the middle of the corner, right rear. Oh, right rear didn't get up over there. He got a little bit of help from the 37 car right there. He got Zolke involved in that too, trying to miss it. So a little bit of contact. And the field narrowing quickly. Now out to lap 26 for our white flag. Yeah, Brady, I agree. It looks like the middle is 100% gone. It's going to be right around the top, and you're going to have to run the very, very outside or that lane right above the slick. Try to keep the car. I don't think anybody's going to be going to the bottom. If you've tuned in to catch the Flat Out Sim Series, we will be joining them in progress as soon as we get done here. While we're interviewing whoever wins this thing, I will be switching servers and getting ready to cover the boys out in Pennsylvania for you. But they're going to go green, I believe, this time out of turn number 4. Lights look like they are definitely off on the pace truck there. Still Eiler, Sheridan, Royer, the top 3. Zane Scott is up to 4th. William Yeager, 5th. Peyton Grease, Jason Randolph, Carter Chevalier, Eric Zolke. The 9 cars remaining. Green flag back in the air once again. Eiler with a good jump. Going to have 6, 7 car lengths again. The battle's for second right there. Royer got a good run through the middle of 1 and 2, and he's got the inside. Quick slide job here. Brings it up before the halfway point. He's got the outside now on Sheridan, and he's got the spot. Here comes Zane Scott, 37 car. Big slide job from Sheridan, and both Royer and Scott, they let him split between them. They drop him all the way back to 4th. It's Eiler, Royer, Sheridan, then Zane Scott. Now Scott's got the outside again on Sheridan. Gonna do the crossover. Got him back quickly that time. Zane Scott up to 3rd. Michael Sheridan is 4th. William Yeager with a good run on the 48 car. He got up to the inside of the 15, but the slick going to not be the friendly part this time. And he is going to drop right back into 5th in front of Jason Randolph. Peyton Grease sliding in behind there. That's 7th. Carter Chevalier, Eric Zolke. The rest of the field, Braden Eiler, 7/10 of a second in front of Royer. Got about 11 to go at the end of this lap. Racing to lap number 26. Watching Trevor Royer see if Zane Scott can close in. Royer is not making up any time on the 5 car, Braden Eiler. That gap remaining between 6 and 7/10 of a second. Royer went right on the top of the cushion. He cut off about 1/2 tenth, maybe just a little bit more there, and here comes Scott. Got some more time out of turn 2. They are closing the gap. Both the 90 and the 37 closing in on the 5 car. Zane Scott making up lots of time right there. Big slide job, and he missed it. Just about had to jump on the binders, and that's going to open the gap. Let Royer now focus solely on trying to catch Eiler. Not going to have to think about much. Just go get the 5 car. Braden Eiler, the high side hustler, staying married to the top side. Trevor Royer moving around just a little, trying to find some grip in different spots. 7 laps to go that time by. Top 2 separated by about 3 car lengths, and it is just about 4/10 of a second back to 3rd place, Zane Scott. That time, Eiler had a little problem getting into turn 3. Royer not able to capitalize. Down to 6 to go that time by. I think I said 6 last time, but it was 6 that time. Be 5 to go this time. Zane Scott, 37 car now, starting to close the gap on both of these guys. Couple extra ponies up underneath that 37 car. He is closing the gap quickly on these guys. Royer running a little bit different entry line. He closes up, but from the center off, losing a bunch of ground back to Eiler. 4 to go that time. Eiler got the car up on top of the cushion. Didn't seem to affect it any. He's holding on to the lead. 3 to go. Trevor Royer still in second. Braden Eiler in the lead. Zane Scott. You see all 3 cars on the screen. 2 to go this time by. Royer needs to try to close the gap. Zane Scott, I think, is going to be out of time to pick up the win. They're going to get the white flag out of turn number 4 this time. Braden Eiler still in front. Royer, big wiggle out of 3 and 4. Zane Scott with the slide job through 1 and 2. This is just going to slow him down. It looks like the 5 car. Braden Eiler going to be picking up the victory here tonight. He is going to win the iRacing Fast Series 305 Grand Finale. They are still going. I was pretty sure this one was over. 20 laps, 2 cautions. Eiler picking up the win. Royer was second, and Zane Scott was third. We will definitely not be able to talk to Braden Eiler about this, but I do know for a fact that he was excited about doing it. His communication problem is going to prevent us from chatting with him this evening. But hopefully at some point real soon here, we will be able to get something across the network for you guys from Braden, maybe a written statement about all of this. I want to say a big thank you to the iRacing Fast guys for allowing us to come and cover the races. I know this was...
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
I know this was something that they were really looking forward to doing. We're really looking forward to helping them out with it. I wish that we could talk to the winner right now, but I do know that Braden has a lot of communication issues, so I will try to get him to give us something written and get you fans something that you can at least sit down and read about what his intentions are and how he feels about picking up this particular win right here. But I am going to have to get myself rolling over. I have got to make it to Williams Grove and I get with the iRacing Fast guys. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, we'll get something from Braden here just shortly, and we will get you guys something to read. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Guys, stick around for a few minutes. I am going to shut this one down. I am going to relabel, and I am going to start one up and bring it back with the iRacing the Flat Out Series here in just a couple of minutes. So if I don't see you in the next one, guys, keep it dirty till the next time I do. I'll be back in about 5 minutes.